having an issue with air pressure buildup. The truck is real slow to build air pressure. Even when you have it revved up, you can see it is building, but it's struggling to build air. I'll show you what it is. This is your air dryer here, obviously. This line runs from your air compressor to your air dryer. Your air runs through the dryer and then out to this line here to your tanks. So we're going to want to follow this line back to the air compressor. Your air compressor is buried there. You see where that big black tube is? That's your air compressor back there. So we're going to look at it from underneath. So I'm underneath on the driver's side. This is the inside frame rail on the driver's side. This is your air compressor here. But if you look at this black and blue braided line, that line connects to that hard line, which goes out the frame rail back to your air dryer. See the air dryer right over there. It comes through the frame rail. It connects to this blue and black line. Well, this blue and black line, if I can get my light on there, comes back here, and as you can see, it goes up and hooks around to another hard line which connects to your compressor. I want to show you right there where you see that sticker on this blue and black braided line. I'm going to spray some soapy water. When I run the truck, that line is leaking. The air is bubbling out of that line. It's not doing it now because the truck's not running, but when the truck is running, there's an air leak coming out of that line. So I didn't run the truck so that you could see and listen to me without hearing the truck running. But if you spray that line and there's air coming out of it, there's your leak, and that's why it won't build up pressure. Getting to these fittings is the hardest part, and usually it is a nightmare. Inside the frame rail here, I'm disconnecting that blue and black line from the hard line that goes out of the frame to the dryer line. So I got a 1" and a 7/8 wrench, and I was able to actually break it free pretty easy right here, but it might not be so easy on other applications. I'm going to be removing this fender to access the top part of that line. Now that I removed this fender, the few bolts that were holding it on, your line is right there, directly behind positive and negative on your driver's side frame rail. I'm going to move a couple more things to access that. I just removed that bolt for those lines. I was able to get my 1" wrench on there, and I didn't even have to use another wrench on this one. It was, I'm very grateful that it wasn't all rusted and very difficult to break loose. Sometimes they are. That's it. I'm going to unscrew that, and that line will be free except for some zip ties underneath. So I just pulled the line straight out from this side of the frame rail. You can see it has this tag here, and this is where your part number will be. So I would recommend removing the line before going to get it replaced. They're different sometimes. Some have the elbow at the end, some are just straight. So you want to make sure you get the right one. And you can see where this one was rubbing, where the leak developed. The new line is on, routed, so that it's not rubbing anymore underneath. I'm gonna start it and see if that cures our air pressure problem.